Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, serious problems identified with Boeing Starliner. RAF Communiques cite, quote, useless white male pilots. Nathan Hammond to receive 2023 Bill Barber Award. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Serious problems identified with Boeing Starliner. Boeing is standing down from a planned July 21st launch of its Starliner. Boeing Vice President Mark Nappy stated Boeing personnel had spent the holiday investigating issues and elected to delay the test flight, which would have seen NASA astronauts Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore conveyed to the ISS. The first of the two observed issues involves so-called soft links in the lines by which the Starliner capsule is joined to its landing parachutes. Boeing discovered the links were not as durable as previously believed. The second issue pertains to the P213 glass cloth tape with which wiring harnesses throughout Starliner are wrapped. The tape was determined under certain circumstances common to spaceflight to be flammable. Boeing Starliner's first orbital test flight was plagued with failures and errors of such severity that the craft was nearly lost twice. Starliner's second orbital test flight was protractedly delayed as Boeing engineers grappled with successive software and propulsion system malfunctions. When Orbital Flight Test 2 finally launched, the mission was plagued by multiple thruster, cooling system, and navigational breakdowns. The newly scrubbed flight was to have been the spacecraft's maiden crewed voyage to the ISS. Whether or not a manned Starliner mission may yet be attempted in 2023 remains to be seen. And coming up after the break, pilot shortage compels American Airlines to park 150 regional jets.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory-trained, factory-connected.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Pilot shortage compels American Airlines to park 150 regional jets. Fort Worth, Texas-based American Airlines set forth that approximately 150 of its regional aircraft remain parked for want of qualified pilots. Addressing attendees of the 39th Bernstein Annual Strategic Decisions Conference, a yearly highbrow hootenanny hosted by global asset management firm AllianceBernstein, American Airlines CEO Robert Isom stated, quote, "We would deploy properly to markets that aren't being served. We would do that today, it's just we don't have the pilots," end quote. Boeing acquires sole ownership of Wisk Aero. Boeing has acquired full ownership of Wisk Aero, the California-based advanced air mobility joint venture undertaken by Boeing and Kitty Hawk Corporation, the latter now being wholly divested from the enterprise. Kitty Hawk's sale of its stake in Wisk follows the company's 2022 decision to abandon work on its aviation and aerospace ventures and gradually shutter its operations in their entirety. AEA releases first quarter 2023 Avionics market report. The AEA released its first quarter 2023 Avionics market report. In the year's first 3 months, total worldwide business and general aviation avionics sales brought in revenues of over $777 million, as reported by the 22 avionics concerns participating in the report's compilation. The antecedent figure represented a 22.6% increase in total sales compared to 2022's first quarter haul of $634 million. The increase was driven primarily by a 32.1% increase in forward fit sales compared to 2022's first quarter. CubCrafters sees 9% rise in stock value. CubCrafters was proud of their recent stock valuation after the share price of its public offering was raised to $5.45 after some good news. In November of 2022, the company began offering stocks at $5 a share with a minimum buy-in of $400 per investor. Since the Regulation A+ public offering, the company has ridden a wave of good news to see the share price rise to $5.45. It's a victory for the little guys when much of the Part 23 and home-built industry lay almost entirely outside the stock market's purview. And that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. RAF Communiques cite, quote, useless white male pilots. A series of emails reportedly written by RAF Pilot Selection Board members has graphically instantiated the service's worrying and worsening proclivity to prioritize inclusivity over excellence. Written between 2020 and 2021 and leaked to a legacy Commonwealth news outlet, subject emails illustrate a purposeful and concerted push to systematically exclude white male recruits from and fast-track women and minorities into pilot positions. What's more, the email showed selection board members whose recommendations didn't include women or minorities were strategically canceled. The existence and scope of the RAF's exclusionary pilot recruitment practices and the patent unlawfulness thereof are further evinced by the fact that the service is currently paying more than $123,000 to 31 white male personnel determined to have been disadvantaged by such. The payments contradict statements by RAF Air Chief Marshal Wigston, who formerly asserted the service's diversity push would not discriminate against white males. The RAF further alleges it has not lowered its standards to accommodate increased numbers of diverse applicants. And after these messages, Nathan Hammond to receive 2023 Bill Barber Award.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Nathan Hammond to receive 2023 Bill Barber Award. Nathan K. Hammond has been named as the next recipient of 2023's Bill Barber Award for showmanship. Among the airshow industry's most prestigious honors, the Barber Award recognizes excellence in airmanship, airshow performance, and panache. In less than 10 years as an airshow performer, Nate Hammond has established himself as one of the contemporary airshow circuit's most creative and innovative performers. In addition to superb stick and rudder skills, Hammond's popular night airshow features wing-mounted pyrotechnics and dazzling LED lights. What's more, Nathan was instrumental in the development of innovative theme acts such as Adventures of Avior, which has been featured at EAA's AirVenture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Hammond's path to airshow stardom started in upstate New York, where his father worked as a pilot in the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome's airshow. Young Nathan took his first airplane ride at the tender age of 2 weeks, riding in his mother's lap. First presented in 1986 and named for aerobatic legend Bill Barber, a man alternately dubbed by aviation writers Aerobatic Flying's Renaissance Man and the One-Man Air Show, the Bill Barber Award for Showmanship is presented annually to airshow performers or teams deemed to have demonstrated great skill and showmanship. 2023's Bill Barber Award is to be presented during EAA's AirVenture Oshkosh. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!